Double Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now coming up on Saturday, 25th of November, you got the Crusher coming back. The Crusher. Y'all remember him, light heavyweight division? Man that lost to Andre Ward twice, but before that was undefeated and was crushing people. Well, he's making his comeback fight against your boy Shabranskyy. Only once beat from Ukraine. Bad boy. So this is going to be the matchup. See what's happening. It's going to be at Madison Square Garden. This is an important fight. It's significant because of the light heavyweight division right now, which is really popping. And it's for the WBO belt that was vacated by Andre Ward. Now, me personally, I think that the winner of this fight should have to fight a guy named Sullivan Barrera. The reason being because Barrera was anyway the mandatory, I think IBF mandatory for Sergey Kovalev anyway before Andre Ward came up and beat Sullivan Barrera. But after that, Barrera beat Joe Smith and he beat this guy Shabranskyy. That's why Shabranskyy has one loss. So Barrera actually should be in this fight right now. He's fighting on an undercard against Barrera. What is his man's name? I don't know his name. Felix Valera. My bad. Felix Valera. Dude from Costa Rica coming up and trying to make a name. But I don't think that Sullivan Barrera should be on the undercard anyway. He should be in this fight because this fight is for the title, and both of these guys are coming off of losses. Your boy Shabransky's coming off that loss, and Kovalev is coming off 2 losses. So they shouldn't really be in a title fight, and the guy sitting here that was the mandatory that beat the guy that's there. I'm pretty sure Shabranskyy thinks he's in another dimension. Just woke up, somebody telling him, hey man, you in a title fight. He's like, what? How am I in a title fight? I just lost. I'm waking up right as we speak. And, I said, well, where am I? He said, you're in a new dimension. In a place called America. We don't care about the dudes who win. Because, what happened to the guy who knocked me out? He's standing over there. Everybody ignoring him. Shoot, Shabranskyy messed around and called up Troy Yanowski. Tell him, hey, you need to come to this new dimension because America don't seem to care about the ones who win. Right? So the point here is being Shabranskyy is pretty lucky to come off a loss to this guy's Barrera, and he gets the title shot. Right? That's a negative thing. That's not a good look. So I would hope that the winner of this fight would address the Sullivan Barrera problems that are obviously there, and he really deserves this. Now, back to Shabranskyy. He's from Ukraine. I could think that Ukraine brings the pain. And, he's beat a guy, Gonzalez. And Gonzalez is a very formidable light heavyweight. I think he's a good one. He's had a couple of losses, had a controversial loss or two, but he's darn good. I think he's Cuban too, and he's pretty good. And so your boy Shabranskyy has a win over him. To be respected, and from Ukrainian school is to be respected, bringing the pain. So this is going to be a very good measuring stick for your boy Sergey Kovalev. Shouldn't be an easy look here. It should be a pretty good fight to see where he is. Is he the crusher? Now, his promoter, Katha Dula, she's his promoter, so she's going to say things, and have her viewpoint, protecting her fighter and viewing it from their perspective, like all promoters do. She has a good point. She's like, no one else is in a pretty much better position. We only lost to Andre Ward, right? That doesn't make us any worse than anybody else out here right now still left, because Andre Ward is the best, which they got to admit now. Which is good. Let's get it out there. Let's say that real quick one more time, one together. Andre Ward is the best. Period. Now, we can move on forward. Now, the rest of these guys can prove who's the next best. And I'm telling you, the light heavyweight division, I'm hoping the winner of that fight with Kovalev Shabranskyy, the light heavyweight division, with all these cats in there right now, they are ripe for the picking for one of these super tournaments. The WBWS tournaments, get 8 guys and let them go at it. They have what it takes to do that tournament, because if not, you're probably not going to get any type of unification. You saw how hard it was with Adonis Stevenson and your boy Kovalev for years, before Ward even came up there. Couldn't get them to fight. And with this tournament, maybe that can happen because you see it's going in the cruiserweight division is doing a good job with theirs. So if you can get the light heavyweights to do the same thing, you're talking about Better Biv and Bivol, that WA thing going over there. You can see if you can get Adonis Stevenson in there, the winner of Kovalev Shabranskyy in there. There's a few other people you're missing. This is out there. Badu Jack's back in the mix up here. Alvarez, he used to be in there and he's been mandatory for 2 years. Get them in there, and I keep saying Ukraine bring the pain. There's another one. Vucek. Put them in the tournament and let them handle their business. Then you might have something within 12 months, 18 months, like the other tournaments. That's the only way to find out who's best because they might, they might not be fighting each other. If you want to do so, it might get a tournament. Well, let's see what happens with this fight going on with your boy Shabranskyy and Sergei Crusher Kovalev. To see what he's going to do in his, comeback fight. I'm interested to see where he is mentally right now because there's been a lot of excuses. He's changed trainers. He says this, and I do give him some respect on this. Consider what he says might not be too far off. He says, the language with him and his trainer, he could feel him a little bit more. And I'm just, I told you guys, we're big on empathy here. Imagine you're in a fight. That's probably one of the biggest stress situations you're going to be in. It's not too many stress situations that are bigger than a fight, right? Some dude trying to knock your head off. So the adrenaline is flowing. I don't know if you have too much time to be translating in your head, just feeling. So, if somebody's talking exactly your language, you're feeling what they're saying before they even finish sentences and things like that. They only have a minute over there, and they better have some cuts and some swelling and all kinds of stuff popping off. You probably want to understand what's going on a little bit better. Hey, let's see if that's something. That's another excuse he's got going on right now. But I think that's a pretty valid one. Now, some other things going on in camps, and he's changed what he's eating, his nutrition, this and that. And he felt he got tired and he thought he was overtraining. It's been back and forth with those fights because when you're losing, it's things you got to say. And he's been coming up with something. And I read an article, and it was pretty good because it was an American article, which was unexpected. But I read an article, and the article was saying, Kovalev's excuses are running out. You don't see stuff like that in America, They're giving them excuses. But that's good to see because it's the truth. No more excuses. You got a guy here. I'd like to see him beat him and then handle the Barrera problems and then go from there. Let's see what happens, y'all. Doing Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm about to here, y'all.